Hey everyone, welcome to your Virgo full moon reading, and the Virgo full moon is going to be at its fullest on March 18th of 2022 at 1:17 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is the time zone I'm in, so you can adjust it for wherever you're at, but you of course will be feeling it a few days, a few after. If you're water signs and have a lot of water in your chart, you might feel like 2 years before, 2 years after. But it feels like that sometimes. So the full moon energy of the Virgo is bringing in very much the goddess of the harvest coming in, and I love these beautiful cards from these Yasmin Boland, and here's the beautiful Virgo full moon. And it says on here, take inspired action. So with this reading, we're going to be looking at what inspired action does the Creator and Spirit want you to know about? In what area of your life are we looking at inspiring some action during this, or around this Virgo full moon anyway? Also, there is this energy with Virgo of balancing between like dreaming big and being, practical. There's this balance between dreaming and being heavenly minded and being very earth, it's an earth element, so very grounded as well. So the divine masculine with its, spiritual power, and the divine feminine with very earthy goddess comforting as well. So there's this balancing that comes in. So I'll ask about balance as well for this reading. In this book that comes with these cards, she has this beautiful affirmation for the full moon in Virgo that says, I forgive myself for everything. I'm doing my best. And I love that energy for this because, as you are inspiring yourself for something or you're balancing things out, there's no super, user manual. I don't know if we would read it if we had it anyway, but you are doing the best moment by moment. You're always giving the best for that moment. So I love that. But we're going to jump in for a reading for each of the zodiac signs, and I'm going to jump in for your sign right now. Hello, my Virgos. Welcome to your Virgo full moon reading, and we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And this is going to represent what the Creator wants you to know about inspired action. What area of your life could use some inspired action? So one more time here. Oops, let me just straighten that out there. There we go. Or maybe, there we go. All right. So for our Virgos, okay, boom, boom, boom. And you got self-reflection. Love that card there. Look at that beautiful card. And then this is card number 17. So we'll put this over here and let's see what message comes with that for you. It says, be curious about your own nature. Choose to turn inwards to quietly contemplate who and what you are and what you want. Of course, this is your full moon Virgos, so you are even more so impacted by this moon than anyone. And the more you know about yourself, the more you're able to steer yourself well. Know what you believe and why, yet be open to the development of new beliefs and ways of being. And the affirmation for this card is, I am not afraid to look deeply at myself in all aspects. Both scientists and spiritual practitioners believe there is much benefit to be had in self-reflection. The process involves us thinking about what is happening, how we react, and make sense of it. It exposes our strengths and weaknesses and gives us information to make changes if we choose to. It gives us a small respite in the busyness of life and allows our brain to make some sense of the chaos we experience each day. As self-reflection is something we all would benefit from doing, why don't we do it? First, self-reflection requires us to slow down somewhat and turn our awareness inward. something that does not come naturally to some, and especially not the highly extroverted. Starting small and maybe getting assistance with someone else as a guide can solve this. Second, some people are not sure exactly how to self-reflect and so do not try. To change this, examine the various ways to self-reflect during a regular 5-minute recap of the day as you commute home or before dinner. Sit quietly and think about all that has happened and your reactions to it on this moon every moon cycle. Record how you feel each day. There are many ways to self-reflect, and one will suit you. And then third, some people self-reflect, but when they do, they don't like the feelings of vulnerability, anger, guilt, or even defensiveness this incurs. Why go there when it isn't pleasant? Here is where we grow our self-responsibility. Short-term pain will certainly be worth long-term gain if we do not ignore the elephant in the room. A regular practice of self-reflection allows us to intercede before problems get too big. We can, for example, catch ourselves before something gets way out of hand. We can apologize and make amends to someone for our mistake. We can catch negative patterns and stop them in their tracks. The theme of waning gibbous moons, of which this is the first, is the process of self-reflection and building resilience. And the companion stone for that is Tiger's Eye. So yeah, this is definitely very clear, which is nice, right? Our Virgos love clarity. And so this inspired action is about self-reflection, understanding yourself so that any short-term pain will give you that long-term gain. We're also going to pull a card here from the Sirian Starseed Tarot. And with this, we're going to be looking at what they want you to know just about the balancing aspect of this Virgo full moon. All right, so for our Virgos, what would you like them to know about their balancing, please? Okay, there we go. And you've got the Seeker of Chalices. This would be like the Page of Cups in the standard tarot. And of course, the cups are our emotions, and the pages are all about, one, a different movement into a different level, into a different area of emotions for your life, which makes sense with this self-reflection that's going on there. Also, it could be emotional messages as well. So like your intuition, especially with this full moon and it being in your sign, you will be really drawn into the emotional aspects of this moon, which also helps you receive messages from the spiritual realm, especially if you focus and raise your vibration to one of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. That's the frequency at which spirit speaks. So when you're in that place, you hear clear messages instead of being out in the chaoticness of the world, which is so loud and noisy, makes it difficult to hear the whispers of love. So I love that, I love that this is showing up here for this balancing, because it is the balancing of new emotion for you with this self-reflection that's going on. And it's really cool is that in here you see the water, which is the cups suit, is all about the water and the emotions. You can go up to your neck in emotion or have no emotion at all. And so this is about the balancing in between the two, finding a happy balance during this full moon as you go through this. We're also, of course, going to pull some clarifying messages here from these Tarot of Dreams, and we're just going to see what else the Creator wants you to know about this inspired action, about this balance, or just anything about this Virgo full moon for you. All right, so what else for our Virgos, please? Okay, what else? Okay, you wanted that one. You also wanted that one. and this one. All right, so let's start with this one over here. And you've got the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords, look up here, is all about balance over here, the Libra. And the Four of Swords is peace of mind. And this is a great card because swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations, all those thoughts that are normally going on in your Virgo head. And the Three of Swords before this is the expectations card, which is all about all those external things we think need to have happen. But this Four of Swords is really about embracing this Ace of Swords that you're sleeping on here, which is the capital T truths. It allows you, that's the Ace of Swords, to connect to the higher realms, to understand the truth of why things are happening in the world. So that is perfect for this self-reflection that you want to go on here, because it allows you to connect and take deep breaths, seek those higher, like the Seeker of Cups, seek that higher realm, seek that unconditional love that you can find within you that helps balance out these emotions. Usually the Page of Cups, the Seeker of Chalices, will have like the Ace of Cups with them, which is the Holy Grail. It's the chalice, and it's full of the living waters. It's full of the unconditional love essence of the Creator. And that's the emotion that we truly want, that helps bring balance to our emotions as well. So this peace of mind and peace of emotions that comes in is about connecting to the higher truths. Because the Ace of Swords also gives you the ability to cut away those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve you. So as you're going through this self-reflection and really looking into what's drawing you, what's triggering you, what are those things, you can realize they did serve their purpose for a time. They allowed you to feel and experience those things that you did. You know, you put the stories to whatever situation happened in the past. And now with these higher truths, with this love that's coming in, you're able to look back at a situation and see it differently. And it ultimately does bring you this beautiful peace of mind as you go through this self-reflection process. So it definitely does, it is for your benefit. They're like, you want peace of mind? You want to be able to sleep all through the night? You know, they're like, this is a beautiful, you know, card to have for you. This beautiful balance coming in. Yeah. Because this is what is keeping you up at night. The Nine of Swords before this is actually the insomnia nightmare card. But this 10 of Swords, you can see here, all those swords are stuck in their back. These are all those small T truths that have, this person's not dead, they're just exhausted. They are so ready with this 10 endings and new beginnings. You are ready to let this go. And I love that this card came before it, which shows you that peace of mind is possible, and that you have this Ace of Swords that allows you to cut away each of these thoughts and these beliefs. So the self-reflection is definitely helping you with your thoughts and your beliefs that you have inside your head. I love it. And then we move into this over here. Yeah. Kind of perfect. High Priestess. She is the one that gets to, I mean, out of them all, she's the one that has the highest intuition, that highest connection. She goes into her beautiful, beautiful temple, gets away from all the chaotic noise of the outside world, and she connects to that moon energy. She connects to the deep, hidden things. She is able to deep dive into emotions, but she connects to the higher realms. You know, so this definitely is a card about connecting higher and higher and higher. And this is perfect for this balancing that's coming in here with these balancing of the emotions, because she is this balance. I mean, you can see she even has 2 pillars, and she's the number 2. And this really nudges me to just let you know about a new series that they had me start at the beginning of this year. It's a free video series called U x2, which helps you understand the two of you that are living this human experience, the human character that you're playing and the spiritual actor behind this character, that powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that you really are. And I'll have it linked here at the end of the video. I might even have it in the description box below if I remember to put it there. But it'll definitely be on a link at the end of the video if you want to check out that playlist, because it'll help you understand that with this, especially with the self-reflection and with this high priestess popping in here. So definitely there's this nudge to connect to the higher realms, to connect to that unconditional love that is above there. And I'm going to read this. It says, in the darkness into darkness, the key to all mysteries. Yeah. So that definitely is this understanding that you do have these two sides of you, and our shadow side, our little human side that's ruled by that fight or flight, and that takes us into the shadows, into the chaos, that it's not something that we need to destroy. A lot of spirituality will be like, destroy the ego, destroy the shadow, we must make it go away. And it's like, what? That's a piece of us. It's like, chopping off the tip of your finger. No, you want to give it the love. What it really wants is what our higher self can give it, which is that unconditional love, and allows us to come together instead. So this high priestess allows you to become one with your shadow, understand it, and see that it has its purpose. You came here on purpose to experience everything you've experienced. But like we said, when you're done with that and you're ready to cut away those small t truths that gave you that experience of the opposites of who you really are, you're ready to move on to the next step. Which brings you to the King of Coins. And the King of Coins is like the King of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot. And the pentacles or coins are all about the outside world. And the king, having been on the very end of the suit, he's experienced all of the coins, all the pentacles, and so he has a lot of wisdom about how the outside world works. And he did experience, of course, learning that when he tried to define himself and his worth by the outside world, that whether it was relationships, which were either romantic or family or friends, or work, friendships or relationships or whatever, that was one piece that he thought that he had to go out and define himself by. He also defined himself by his job, by his position, by his education, by circumstances that he got himself into, that he was told, these are the things that will make you feel like you are successful and that you are deserving. And then also, of course, things, possessions and riches and bank accounts and his own body. And so he went out and to those three areas of his life to try to make those feel whole and complete. But he found them disappointing because people, like relationships, people change or pass away. Situations never stay the same, and things break down, deteriorate, or are stolen. And so he realized that when he was defining himself by the outside world, that those unstable things made him feel unstable and his worth feel unstable because they didn't. They weren't eternal. They were not stable. And he also realized that his self-worth would come from himself, from within, with this Ace of Cups, right? That not from the outside world. We're told the suggested retail price of the outside world is how we're supposed to define our self-worth. But we realize, like he did, that that suggested retail price is fluctuating constantly. Like if you're this parka warm coat in northern Alaska during the winter, you're probably marked up in price and very desired. But you're that same coat in southern Texas during the summer, you're on the 99% clearance rack. And so the fluctuation of suggested retail price of your value from the outside world, that is fluctuating, unstable, like the stock market, right? But our self-worth, when we find it from within, that makes us feel this wholeness and this completeness that's coming in. So you definitely have this inspired action to self-reflect and look into your beliefs about yourself, but there's also this balancing that's coming in about connecting to the deeper wholeness, the deeper definition of who you really are with the self-reflection. So I love this for you, for this beautiful gift of the Virgo full moon for you. And it definitely is all about you, the balance between heaven and earth, this dreaming big but being practical, the masculine and the feminine. There's this balancing energy that comes in for you. But I love that it's focusing in on your worth, really, your beliefs about yourself. So take advantage of this beautiful full moon energy, and I'm going to leave the reading there. I want to let you know, if you are looking for additional messages of love from above, I do offer monthly readings for each zodiac sign, also weekly energy updates for each of the elements like fire signs, water signs, etc., and a few other types of videos, like I mentioned with that U times 2 free series as well. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those videos that are come out and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click on the subscribe button, that's going to give you access to this notification bell. And when you go in there, just select all, and then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out for this channel. Also, doing any of those things helps spread the love, because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, and subscribe to a channel, it makes the YouTube algorithm simply giddy that it wants to share those videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, of course, I am very grateful for that. Also, if you're looking for more specific details for your specific life, I also offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, all my Virgos, as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing Virgo full moon, you Virgos, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, but until then, you hang in there and you take care.